Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Nesoa here, back with another video, and today I'm bringing to you my second tournament report. So it's the second locals for being back after lockdown, and this week we actually managed to take first place. We did draw one game, but our tiebreakers meant that we were first. To be honest with you, I'm feeling very confident with this list. I think the main deck is pretty much like there's like one spot that you could maybe change, but I think the rest of it is like perfect. It's exactly what I want to be. The extra deck, I did make a few changes, but I didn't actually end up using any of the changes, so I still don't know whether they're good or not. But they were definitely nice options to have in the extra deck. My best friend got me this for my birthday. Which was just absolutely amazing. I used this during the event and it was just so cool. So it's just a Lulu Field Center. It looks amazing. So we did actually manage to win a Phantom Rage Field Center, but obviously I won't be using it because I'll be using this one. But I did want to hold on to it just because this is the set the Virtual Worlds came out, and yeah, so I will be holding on to that. But let's just get straight into the video. So first off, let's start with the main deck. I'll show you the whole deck and then I'll run you through the matchups and like what happened on the day and like some cool interactions that you guys probably would want to know. So for the main deck, we're playing 3 Lulu, 3 Nian, 3 Lao Lao, 3 Li Li and 3 Chi Chi. I think this is standard now pretty much across all builds. You just need the extra normal summon. You can cut, this is the only one that's like cuttable to 2 maybe. But I wanted the extra normal summonable name just to get your play started, just in case you don't draw the spell, because he's easily the best one to normal summon. So yeah, that's why I played 3 of all the others. I've seen some people cut Lao Lao to 2. That's just a terrible idea. Lao Lao's instantly just an amazing card, just to open up so you don't have to search it later on. It's just so good. I don't know why you'd be playing that too. For the hand traps, I'm playing 2 Ash, 2 Nib, 3 Gamma, and then obviously the 1 Driver. I cut the hand traps down by 1 each, and I actually put in a second and third triple tax, just because I wanted something that was a bit better going first, because these 2 are pretty much obsolete going first. I just wanted something more versatile, and it doesn't weaken your go second plays, because triple attack is a really good go second card, so just being able to steal one of the interruptions or draw into the extra cards that you need is really good. So it just meant I could go first a bit more consistently. So yeah. Then for the spells, 3 of the City, Kowloon, and 3 Quinlong. Quinlong is easily the MVP of the day. There's some really weird matchups. So I played against Monarchs, and they decided to summon Vanity's Fiend, and this card laughs at Vanity's Fiend. So yeah, it's actually so powerful against like zoos and everything right now. Uses like a monster effect to like shut you off the game, and Quinlan just says no. And for the rest of the spells, playing 3 Pot of Desires, 3 triple tax. And for the one-offs, I'm playing 1 Emergency Teleport, 1 Cold by 1 Reborn. This is the flex spot that I was on about. This can be interchanged with like a few different things, but the reason I like it is if you open the 3-card combo plus Monster Reborn that I showed in my first deck profile, you can actually loop 5 cards out of their hand. So if you're playing against someone that doesn't main deck hand traps, and you know they don't main deck hand traps, looping 5 cards out can just be a GG. So yeah, it also just lets you play through things, just in case you need a Monster Reborn like a level 9 or something. It just helps you play. And then for the traps, I only play 2 traps. I know a lot of people are playing 3. I do understand the reasoning behind it. You want it for your combos and your other things, but honestly, the only time I'd be playing 3 traps is when the new trap comes out in Genesis Impact. But other than that, I don't think I'd ever be playing 3 traps. It just hasn't come up to a point where I've needed it. Even if I banish them off Desires, it's literally never been a situation where I've needed the 3rd, so I'm not going to play it. I understand that people want to play it at 3, be my guest if you want. I just didn't like the brick, and I felt like I didn't need the 3rd copy at all today, and throughout all of my testing. So then obviously I played the filter. Then for the extra deck, 1 Shen, 1 Vermilion, 1 Croc, 1 XX Saber, and 2 Cloud Castle. Still playing the hand loop. I think it's really good. Not even just going first. Like usually first turn I'll just summon a VFD, pass turn to them, watch them not be able to play, comes back to me, I activate VFD, call lights, do the hand loop, so I hit 3 cards out of the hand and end on another VFD, and pass turn back to them, and you pretty much win from there. For the 6s, play Status Charge Warrior and a Coral Dragon. I was playing the Virtual World 6, but honestly it just wasn't coming up enough. The only times you make these is just when you need extra cards or you need to like filter into them. Cold Dragon's like pop effect actually comes up sometimes as well, so that's really good. I did cut the Zolkin and the Crystal Wing, or the Clear Wing, just because I wasn't making it enough. Like it's definitely a good combo, like because you can make the Zolkin before you go into the VFD, which is huge because then you can't get nibbed. But I just wasn't making it enough in testing, and I wanted room in the extra deck to try out a different card, which I'll show you in a second. And the new card didn't come up, but there was situations where I could have, but there was also situations where I could have summoned the Zolkin, but like it was just bad plays to make those type of things. I'd just rather just play around the Nibiru than try and like put up the negate to just stop the Nibiru. But it's all personal preference. If you want to play the Zolkin, you definitely can. You don't have to play the other card that I'm playing in the extra deck. But yeah, I just decided to play it for this weekend just to see how it is. And honestly, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't make it, so like it's just whatever. 2 True Kings, VFD is just insane. Enter Balafnia for the hand loops, and being able to remove something off the field without targeting is huge. And then 1 Zeus, 1 Gaia Charger, 1 Fan, and 1 Breaksword. So these were the Zolkin and the Clear Wing. But I decided to cut them for the Zeus engine. Just because I was main decking triple tax as well, so you can like triple tax, steal the XYZ, attack with it, make Zeus. Which I almost did against a Zoo player that I played. But I actually chose to steal a monster, and he Tridented his own Trident, just popped it straight away. I was a little bit sad, but you know, it happens. So I think that was going to be the one time I did summon the Zeus, but I didn't get to summon it. But it can definitely come up. Like you can just make Fan, go Gaia Charger over it, and then just go Zeus. So you have 2 field sends, and just sitting on the Zeus is just nothing to laugh at. The card's really good. So yeah, that was the extra deck. Now for the side's a lot different from my last tournament report. Just because I wanted to respect back rows a bit more. But honestly, the best card in the side deck is one of the spells, and it's such a good card. I don't know why people are not playing it, but yeah, we'll just get straight into the side. So 1 Pank, 2 Lancia, the 3rd Nibiru, and the 3rd Ash. I just wanted to round off these numbers. I was playing 3 Lancia before, but I felt like 2 was enough. Then the MVP of the side deck is Droplets. This card was so clutch against every matchup today. I played against Mathmech and they went to OTK me, and I just Droplets, hit 2 of their monsters to half attack, so they couldn't OTK me, and then ended up winning that game. So it's actually really strong. 2 Dark Ruler, just in case I was playing against like a heavy combo deck, just to completely shut off their boards and then try and play through them. It was good. Didn't really come up because I didn't really play that many like heavy combo decks, but it's not too bad. 1 Happy Throw Duster for the back rows. 1 Skill Drain because this hits everything but your deck. The only monster effects you use on field are the Synchros and the XYZs, and that doesn't even matter when you're completely shut off your opponent. So yeah. And then 3 Evenly Matched. This is just for back row decks and just boards you just want to just limit to just the 1 card, so you can just focus on the 1 card, because if they just leave a monster on field, you can just activate Quinlong, banish a Virtual World, negate that monster, and then you've completely broken their board with just like 2 cards, which is actually insane. So yeah, Evenly was really good. So today I did play against a Monarch deck, and they actually went first, summoned a Vanities Fiend had domain set up and Monarchs Erupt in the Spawn Trap card zone, and I ended up winning that game as well, because I just negated the Vanities Fiend with Quinlong, and then decided to summon a few monsters to fill up my trap, set the trap, and then just slowly started popping things off the field, just out-resourced them basically, and then just went into like VFD, started hitting cards out of their hand and just attacking them, poking them while they couldn't do anything or use any effects. So I thought that was going to be a hard matchup, but in actual fact it was a swift 2-0, like there was no challenge with it at all. Vanity's Fiend just really doesn't touch this deck, and the Monarchs Erupt, the one that like just negates everything on field. Like we could play Skill Drain in the main, it literally doesn't touch us. And then the game we drew was the Maphamech game. It's basically because we're both like heavy combo decks, so our turns just took a bit longer than normal, and yeah, we probably could have played the third game. Well, if we would have played the third game, like I think we had a decent chance of winning it. The only game we lost was a game that we like saw no virtual worlds. Like literally, I saw no virtual worlds on my starting hand. So it was just rough. But the second game we opened, we went first because obviously we lost, and we set the trap and 2 forbidden droplets and passed turn, and we still ended up winning that game. Just because he tried to OTK, I droplets, hit 2 of his mons off so he couldn't OTK, came back to me, and I just broke apart his board, summoned VFD, and then just slowly beat him down. But I wish we could have played out the third game, but we went into time just going into the third game. None of us could do damage, so it was just a draw. I did end up playing against Zeus as well, but honestly Zeus is a pretty easy matchup for this deck. Like they just put all their basket eggs into like one monster, and then you can just negate it with Quinlong, so it's not even like that much of a deal. And Triple Deck can just steal their XYZs as well, which I tried to do, but I didn't end up resolving. But that would have been funny, summoning Zeus on top of their monsters. But yeah, so overall, I think the deck is really good. The only times I was really struggling with the deck was when I was bricking. But honestly, I think there's not much you can do about it. It's like hands with like cards that you definitely can cut, so there's not much you can do. Like maybe add like an upstart just to make the deck a bit smaller and try and make it a bit more consistent, but I don't think there's much you could do. I was really happy with the deck. We didn't lose, so that was amazing, and we took first place, so there's not much bad to say about the deck. I think the deck is really good, but it does take a lot of like thinking and knowing what plays to make at certain points to play the deck well. I don't think it's a deck you can just pick up and just freely summon VFD, pass, and do whatever. Like that would probably be able to work against like some players, but against like a decent amount of players, they'll just be able to play around the VFD and beat you unless you like set up the right things. So yeah, I'm really enjoying playing the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and I hope you continue to support the channel. Thank you all for your support, and don't forget to like and comment. Let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know what you've been testing in the deck and how you found the deck. And if you haven't already joined the Discord, there'll be a link in the description, so definitely head into that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.